Getting your taxes done for free? Yep, it can happen, and we're going to find out how. Actually, we're down to the deadline. Oh my goodness. So what did we do at the deadline? We bring in Joanne Passineau. She's from the IRS, and she's going to give you a few tips. And we have Denise DiNoto here. Thank you so much for coming. You've been on the show before.
A long time ago.
A long time ago, but I do remember. So we're going to be talking to her as well. She's with Consumer Directed Choices. Joanne, let's kick off today with taxes.
Okay.
Numbers.
Numbers, I know. April 15th.
Yeah, not April Fool, but
no, April 15th is just around the corner.
Yeah.
9 days, including today, left. File your taxes, get them ready, get them done if you can. If you can, there's extensions.
But there's a caveat to extensions, isn't there?
Right.
You got to pay your taxes. Definitely.
There's a Form 4868 that you can use to file an extension to file your return, not to pay your taxes, because we want the taxes by April 15th. So you can file the extension to, just before I came here, I went online at irs.gov, and what you can do is just go on there and you go to free file, and you file the extension automatically, and it tells you how to do it.
Oh, you can file the extension.
Yeah.
But then, I guess what I don't understand is, you file an extension, do you pay by PayPal, or do you just write a check, or what happens?
Either way, any way you want to, as long as you show that it's for the 2014 taxes.
So if you can't do your taxes, how do you know what to pay?
Well, that's my question all the time. I don't understand it, but we do need people know that, okay, I'm pretty good. I know I owe about $200-300, so I'll get that in, but I just can't get all my paperwork. Like the other night, my daughter gave me her Schedule 1120 K1s to do, and it's just 9 days. I go, 9 days left. It should have been done before.
Exactly.
But things like that happen, so the extension is good, just to file your return. So get that out there.
And you have a day coming up, too, that you're going to be doing some free taxes right here in Schenectady.
Yes. Denise, you want to tell us about that?
Sure. As part of the Cash Coalition of the Greater Capital District, we're sponsoring a day at the Ellis Medical Campus at McClellan Street.
And that's the former, we need to say, the former St. Clair's, because some people are still attached to that.
Absolutely. And Saturday, between 11 and 2, people can call to schedule an appointment this week.
Oh, they have to schedule an appointment?
Yes.
Yeah, because you don't want everybody walking in and...
Correct, and there'll be limited slots available for that. So it's best if they call 211 in advance to schedule an appointment, and there will be trained volunteers to assist people in filing both their state and their federal taxes for free this Saturday.
I mean, for free to get your taxes done? And is there a problem, like how complex can their taxes be?
It's limited in what they can do. You have to make under $53,000 to file your taxes. It's limited. We will screen them as they come in. I'm working there too.
You are?
I'm volunteering.
Come see Joanne in person.
Yes.
She might even sign an autograph for you.
No. But
it won't be on a check.
Right. I'm volunteering there on Saturday too, because we realize that people need to get their taxes done, and that's the place to go. And we don't do anything with depreciation or anything like that, but if they come in and they say, this is what I have, we'll tell them whether
sometimes they just have Social Security, a few, a little interest that they've gotten in, or maybe a little income from a job. Make sure you have your 1099s. And
make sure you have your Social Security card and driver's license or some form of ID, because we can't do the return without Social Security cards.
Right. So you want to see the card. They can't just give you a number.
No, we don't do that. Also, if they can't make it, myfreetaxes.com, you can go in there if you make under $60,000 a year and do your taxes right at home, online, at a library or something. So you can go that way also.
I have to say, years ago when it was, remember when March 15th, the Ides of March, you had to pay your taxes. Then they extended it to April the 15th to give people more time to do it. Believe me, if you gave them until September the 15th, they still would be filing in the last day. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah. You're with Consumer Directed Choices. What is that?
It is a fiscal intermediary that helps people with disabilities who want to use consumer-directed home care. So we help our consumers, who are people with disabilities and senior citizens, who hire and direct their own home care. We make sure their personal assistants get paid.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yes, and a lot of our consumers
they can pay their taxes.
use a program like the free tax services. We're a member of the Disability Initiative of the Cash Coalition, helping people with disabilities take advantage of their tax credits. So often people think that they don't qualify, that they may not be eligible, and this is helping them receive the necessary credits to which they're entitled, because every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Yes.
It's interesting. I'd just like to address one thing. There are people who say, I pay when I work and they take it out, so why should I file because they already have the money? What do you
Right.
say to them?
Well, you miss a lot. There's a lot of things that each person, we're all unique in what we do, what we live, how we live, and things like that. So you might say, well, I have a rental property, or I have IRAs or something like that, and those are deductions that you are entitled to, and if you don't get them and you don't file, you don't get them.
So it's
you
a good
know,
idea
yeah,
to file and to get it done free. Is this something that somebody could do to kind of run through it to see if where they're at and then file an extension?
They could.
Yeah.
They could come in and see
Get
us
it.
at Ellis on Saturday,
Saturday.
and we'll tell them and see where they are and get them on their way.
On their path.
Yeah.
And they might even end up paying them that day.
Right.
That'd
And
be
if they have the opportunity to do it online through My Free Taxes, you can save your return and go back in later on. So if you start the process and realize that you might owe some money and you can't complete it, you can then file the extension, pay what
And
you
then-
might
and then
know,
finish your
and then
taxes
finish
with-
your taxes later on. And it
That's
took me about 45 minutes to complete both
That's
my
not
state and
bad.
federal.
But you had all your
online at
papers
home.
together
Yes.
first.
Yes, you have to get
that's
that
the
together.
toughest part, doing taxes. Because I go, okay, I got to do my taxes, so I get out my checkbook, and I get all my stuff, and I get my Quicken, I do a printout on my checks. Then I start it. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have all that, you can't be doing it and then looking up and, you got to have it all.
Right.
Get organized
Yeah.
and get your all your paperwork together.
Definitely.
Good.
And one thing, Ann, I like to say is this year, the Internal Revenue Service has elected or has nominated or whatever the word is, Albany office to run a appointment service. So what that means is our taxpayers, if they feel at the one point, oh, I can't handle this anymore on the phone or by correspondence, and they need to go into the office to see somebody, they have to make an appointment. And they have to
Well,
go
that
on.
assures you that
Yes, you get in and you get serviced, and you can either do it by calling a phone number or emailing us, and they set up the appointments and tell you to come in whenever the time, and you give,
great.
yeah, give you 3 times. Now they're trying it. They don't know how it'll work because, of course, you're going down to the city of Albany. You have to pay to park. Then you go in and you find out you need an appointment. That causes a little
Yeah,
problem.
so make an appointment
But
ahead.
yeah, make an appointment ahead and go
I think-
on irs.gov, and it says contact your, in the search engine you put contact your local office, and it tells you what we provide and what services.
Great.
So,
Sounds like we have a friendlier IRS. Is that
yeah,
possible?
Well, maybe.
Joanne Passineau, she is with the IRS, and we're always pleased to have her on every year to kind of get a jump up on finishing up your taxes. And Denise DiNoto, we're so happy that she's here today. And she certainly is a representative of a couple of organizations, the Consumer Directed Choices as well as the Coalition. Thank you both for being here, and
Thank you.
have a great rest of the week.
Oh, yes.
Get ready for Saturday.
Right.
You're going to be busy.
Oh, yes.